This whole COVID-19 thing has impacted everyone. Like COVID-19 knows no boundaries, right? COVID-19 has gone after white people, black people, Latinos, people in the eastern part of the world, the western part of the world, northern, southern hemispheres. It's gone after everybody. And I think we can also acknowledge that there's another disease moving throughout this country right here that's been a part of our DNA and our fabric since the history of our country. And I love the United States of America, and because I love the United States, like I love almost anything that I love, I'm not afraid to critique it and to call out some of the demons. And there are these forms of racism that are so deep. Our African American, our black brothers and sisters over the last week and a half, over the last few weeks, for some of them, just for years of their lives, they're reminded constantly of forms of oppression and injustice. And just over the last couple of weeks, for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, for what happened to Christian Cooper in Central Park up in New York. Just the other day, the murder of George Floyd. And I think of my black brothers and sisters who wake up having these conversations with your kids. And then people will sometimes reach out to me and they'll say, Josh, you don't have to say something every time something happens. And I know that. And then other people will reach out and say, Josh, you've got to say something right now. And all of us kind of feel that tension of what are we supposed to believe and how do we stand up and how do we not be silent? And if we don't want to be silent, what is it that we say? If we're passionate about people being connected to God, and if we carry the honor of the ministry of reconciliation, the connecting and reconciling people to God and being a part of how humanity is connecting and reconciling to each other will begin making more sense. As we look to the heart of God and we think, okay, God, what is it that makes you angry? And we remove our biases. We remove the news outlets and how they are trying to tell us how to think about certain events. We remove them and we look at the heart of God. God, what do you get angry at? And teach me how to harness that same anger. God, how do you grieve? And teach me how to grieve in the same kind of way. God, what is your heart beat for? And teach me and teach the church to do the same thing so that we can stand with people and we can stand for people and we can implement what it means to be peacemakers in this world. In my prayer time, over the last couple of days, I'm not afraid to say, okay, God, right now in this prayer, Black Lives Matter. And when I say that or when I pray that, I'm not saying Black Lives matter than every other life. I'm just saying that Black Lives matter too. And there are times I just have to call out certain people in my prayer time. Black lives matter, Latinos lives matter, the rich matter, the poor matter, because all these people matter to God. So in our hearts, when we're passionate about connecting people to God and reconciling the world to God, we're not afraid to listen to people's narratives and to be a part of how God's bringing all of this together for the good of the kingdom.